Hello and welcome back to another tutorial for KTANE. Today we'll be going over Factory Maze. Now, there are already two Factory Maze tutorials, and both of them are probably just fine. My tutorial serves as to basically just show my method of how to do the mod. I quite enjoy the module because of it. It's in my probably top 10, probably top 5 even, modules I enjoy doing. It's not necessarily the fastest. I think that would go to probably Dicey's tutorial, for his method. So, if you really want to go for the fastest time, you can watch his. However, I just quite enjoy mine, so I'm gonna teach it. Now, before I get started into the module, we're gonna have to take a look at what distinguishes these three mazes, as that's going to be our foundation for what we want to do. So, the top left maze is pretty simple. Each key, or each room, has two hallways. Actually, all of the mazes have rooms with two hallways. But each one of the rooms, exactly one of the mazes, or exactly one of the hallways, is going to have a key leading out of it. So 1 has exactly one key, 2 has exactly one key, 3 has exactly one key, 4 with one key, and 5 with one key. Simple enough. The next two mazes are very slightly tricky. We can see that in mazes 2 and 3, that rooms 4 and 5 have two keys. However, the rooms that they lead to are what distinguish them. So, if we look in the top right maze, we can see that 4, it leads to 2 and 5. And 2 also leads to 5, but without a key. 5 leads to 1 and 4, but 1 leads to 4 with a key. This difference right here, leading to the other room with a key, is what distinguishes 3 from 2. So 2, where the keys end up from the double key room, if you can get to the other room without a key, then you're in maze 2. Otherwise, you're in maze 3. And that's how we want to distinguish between all three mazes. Very simple, just as a foundational thing. So, usually I do this on paper, but I have Paint open because I don't want to webcam, because my desk is actually just a goddamn disaster right now. But yeah, Clickey or MS Paint will do just fine. So, first thing we want to do is we want to write down the name of the room we're in at the bottom. Why am I? Oh, I have the eraser tool. So, we're in space. Ooh, that is so... What the hell? Let's increase the size to 4 pixels. We're in space. Right, and usually I abbreviate to 3 letters. So we're going to keep going left until we've hit a room that we've been to before, noting keys along the way. So going left from space leads us to arcade. And we did hear the ding, so we're going to write down that we heard a key. So this is going to be key 1. Okay, we're now headed to the kitchen, and we also heard a key. So that's going to be key 2. Okay, that one did not have a ding, so, not key 3. And we're back at space. And now that we've hit a room that we've been to before, we're gonna go right until we've hit a room that we've been to before. Or actually, we're gonna kind of just guess from there, really. We just want to make sure not to take the same route twice, or rather, not accidentally pick up a key we've picked up before. That is what is going. That would just make it way too confusing. So, we just want to get new information. So, right from space takes us to kitchen. Right from kitchen takes us to broom closet. Broom. Ooh. And we're gonna write key 3. If I can write a 3. I hate writing with a mouse. Alright. Right, and it takes us to arcade. And with MS Paint, I'm going to draw colored lines, just so, I don't get them mixed up. If you want to do it on paper like I do, either use colored pens or cope. There's no alternative. Okay, this will take us to ass again. So, we're just gonna draw an arrow here. And going right takes us to broom closet. This one has 2 keys going into it. And it. Let's see. I forgot if... Okay, so make sure that when you do something like this, you make it closer to the left or right, and not the middle like I did right there. Yeah, okay, whatever. As long as we don't hit a key we've hit before, which is impossible. Okay, when you're in a situation like I am, where you realize that you're a big dummy moron, what you want to do is... I mean, you're forced to go to the key again, so we're gonna have to pick up key 4 again, and basically swap it. But we want to make another loop around, just to make sure, or just to keep the keys, consistent. So now we have key 4 again, not key 3, or wherever it was. Just as, again, as a consistency thing. Now we want to go left from broom closet, and that's going to take us to space. So we can draw this with... let's go with maroon. That's too close. Let's go with brown then. And that was with a key. So we're going to write key 5. And we just want to make sure everything has 2 arrows coming out of it. So yes, 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 and yes. Alright, cool. Now we want to go into the actual puzzle part of this. Let me shrink it like this. Alright. So again, let's look for the features. We want to look for if every room has 1 key going out of it. So space has 1 key going out of it. Let's see. The arcade does, the kitchen does, ass does, and broom does. Okay, so we know we're in maze 1. So, with maze 1, we now have to see how to actually get out. Or we have to find out which room is which. And that's pretty simple to do. There is exactly 1 maze in here, or there's exactly 1 room that has 2 keys leading to it. I forgot which one it is, though. It's 2. Okay. So we just want to look for the room that has 2 keys going to it. And if we look here, we can see the broom closet does. So all we have to do, or to just notate that, we're just going to write broom. And we're going to write a 2 next to it. And then we just have to follow the path of keys. So the key coming out of broom leads to space, so space is 3. We don't care about the numbers just yet, but we will in a second. Or the numbers of the keys. 3 leads to 4 with the key, so arcade is 4. Four leads to 5 with the key, so kitchen is 5, meaning that ass is 1. Ugh. Yeah, if you want to deal with the pain of writing with a mouse, use MS Paint, but I would highly suggest using paper. Alright, so now we have the order of a room, or the numbers that correspond to each room. Now what we want to do is find what the keys actually mean. So with that, we refer back to the numbers that we just got, and we see the connection between the two. So, to see key 1, we look at space, specifically its number, which is 3, and we see what key is taken to get to arcade. So, from 3 to 4, we can see that that's key 1. Now, because remember, we're picking up keys and we replace them every time we get a new one, we want to write the number of the key that the previous one was under the 1 of the next number. So because key 1 is 1, we want to write 1 under key 2. And I usually do this in parentheses. So I just do 1 like this, and that reminds me that key literally 1 is there. And we do the same. So we look at key 3, which is from kitchen to broom. That is 5 to 2. And we look at that. 5 to 2 gives us key 3. Or is literally 3. So we're going to write 3. Oh, no, sorry. I jumped too far ahead. Arcade, we want to then look at arcade to kitchen. So arcade to kitchen, that is 4 to 5. 4 to 5 is, it's a decoy. So what we do instead is we're going to write a 0. Or you can write an X, it doesn't really matter. As long as you write down something that's nonsensical, then you know that it's a dud. Now we are, not like I said before, kitchen to broom, that's 5 to 2, which is key 3. So we're going to write 3 around key 4. Key 4, that's ask to broom, that is 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is the key to room 4. And we're going to write that down here. So 4. Now, since there are going to be 3 actually numbered keys, we know that the one we're holding right now is the dud key. We have 0 in our hands. So, with that in mind, since we know we're holding 0, we want to just go and collect the keys that we need. So right now we're in space. We want to pick up this key, the one at kitchen, or the one between arcade and kitchen. This is now 0. You can update it if you want, or just use your memory. But now we want to take 1 to ass, since, they're the same number. And we're going to unlock that. Now, we can see that we can also just do a drive-by here and get key number 3. Now we're in the broom closet. We want to head to... which one is 3? Space. Which we can do with a right, and a left. You want to make sure to avoid picking up any keys that are actually important. Now we can see between space and kitchen is 4, so we want to just pick up that key. Ooh. Oh wait, the 4 applied to that. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're picking up dud key, does not matter. Take a left. We pick up the actual key, which is 4. And we want to head to arcade. And that's how you do factory maze, with the drawing method. Would you believe that I got I got 2 maze 1s in a row, and then I strike twice on the maze 2 one, because, I'm a bit dumb. Alright, so, let's do this for real this time. Hopefully this is not another maze 1. So, we're gonna start again by writing computer at the bottom, or the room we start in at the bottom. So we're just gonna write comp. I think there's another room that starts with COM, so I'm gonna just write comp. We're gonna take a right to kitchen. Gonna notate that we got a key. Gonna go left again. I think I said right initially. We're gonna go left again, and we're gonna go to the infirmary. Take another left, takes us back to comp. Now we're gonna head right, that takes us to bomb room. Ugh. Going right once more takes us to conference. That's key 2. Taking a right takes us to kitchen. Right from kitchen takes us to bomb room. 3. A left from bomb room takes us to the infirmary. And now we already know that this is not going to be maze 1, since that's a second key from the same room. Right from the infirmary takes us to conference. I think I heard a ding, I don't remember. Key 5, we can tell with the next press. And then left from conference takes us to computer. And we're going to use orange. Cool. Now we have our maze. Now we just have to see what, now we have to put the distinguishing factor into actual practice. So if you remember from the beginning of the video, I said that the thing that distinguishes these 2 mazes is the rooms, or is the potential key that lies between the rooms that it leads to. So, we want to look for the room that has 2 keys coming out of it. In this case, it would be the bomb room. Now we want to see which one it leads to, or which one leads to the other. So in this case, the infirmary leads to the conference, and it leads to it with a key. So because it leads to it with a key, we know we're in maze 3. And we know we're in, and now we know how to label them. Since bomb is the one with 2 keys coming out of it, we know that bomb is room 5. Bomb 5. The one that leads to the other is room 1, so infirmary leads to conference. So, ooh. That's 1, and conference would be a 4. Conference has two empty or two non-keys going out of it, so we don't look at that to see our next clue, but we look at one. So, because it has one key coming out of it and one that doesn't. So we can see that infirmary leads to comp without any keys, so we know that comp is room 3. And finally, we see that, actually we just know that the one remaining is key 2, or room 2 rather. Ugh. Need like a trackpad or something. Alright, so these are our 5 rooms. Now let's get what the keys actually are. So from comp to kitchen, that is 3 to 2. 3 to 2 is 4. So key 2, we write in parentheses, 4. Bomb to conference is 5 to 4. 5 to 4 is key 1. So we write a 1 here. Kitchen to bomb is 2 to 5, which is a dud. So we're going to write 0 here. Bomb to infirmary, 5 to 1, is also a dud, meaning that the key we're holding is key 3, since that's the only one remaining. So now we want to go back to the mod. Since we have key 3, we're in computer. Oh, and computer is also just room 3, so we can just hit unlock. Now we can just take the key that's over here between kitchen and bomb. That's for room 1. So we can try to head there. We don't want to take this left because that's going to pick up a dud. Actually, we're kind of forced to. Both of the rooms that these lead out of have keys. So we just want to cycle the key we have. So we know we have key 1. We now have key 0, and we want to head back to where we were. Bomb. And we have key 1 again because we just dropped key 1 to pick up key 0, and then dropped key 0 to pick up key 1. And now we can just unlock the infirmary. Now we just want to head to the last key, which is between bomb and conference. In that case, we have key 4, and we also are where we need to be. So we can just unlock it. And that is it, really. I don't really have to go over Maze 2, since it's the exact same solving process as Maze 3, except you just replace having the key without having the key. And that's all there really is to cover with Factory Maze. Again, if you ultra fuck up and don't know what to do, you can just always hit the X button to restart and just get a new maze. But with all that being said, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, I don't know, do something about it. Leave a like, subscribe to me, make me famous. And I'll see you in the next one.